on any TV show in a long, long time. And I think we are privileged right here on Channels TV to have this man as our guest tonight. And that's why we're throwing our arms wide in appreciation. And we are also giving him a lot of time to drive home his dream of sports development in Nigeria. My guest, without wasting any more time, is the Director General of the National Sports Commission, Al-Hassan Yakmut. He's a big boss, he's a big brother, he's a senior friend, he's a grassroots man. And we're happy to have him with us on the show tonight. Al-Hassan Yakmut, DG National Sports Commission, thank you for coming on Sports Tonight.
Thank you.
I don't think I've officially congratulated you on the appointment as the Director General of National Sports Commission. Okay, I sent you an SMS. All right, but congratulations officially now.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I know you've hit the ground running.
Indeed, I have.
But how does, I mean, what, this huge responsibility, what is it bringing on you? I mean, how are you receiving this responsibility as the man to drive Nigerian sports?
Well, coming from a very active point of view, for almost a quarter of a century, I've been in the Sports Commission, and then for 15 years I was an athlete before the 25 years in the Sports Commission. I think I've closely watched and participated in sports development activities in the country for quite a number of years, and now...
You didn't include that you also played for Nigeria. You played volleyball internationally for Nigeria.
Indeed, indeed. The volleyball club I played for in Kano then was the third best in Africa consecutively from 1987 to 1990. Be that as it may, I also studied sports. So interestingly, coming from that background, I think the challenge is huge because I've watched it closely, I've participated, I've seen the ups and downs, and now I have the opportunity to be on the driver's seat. So that was why I didn't give any room for euphoria after the appointment. I rather just said we should address the issue squarely, and by the grace of God, we're on. In the last 3 months, we had looked at, or 2.5 months, we had looked at sports from the point of view of the critical success factors that are really germane to sports development. And you can be surprised, the most ignored aspect of sports in Nigeria is the most sensitive that you need to succeed, and that is the athlete.
Before this appointment, you were director of grassroots.
Grassroots sports, yes.
I want to ask you, how do you intend to work the grassroots during your time as Director General? I mean, with all due respect, I have a feeling that if we do not get sports right from the grassroots, while you are DG as a grassroots person, it's going to be difficult for us to get it right.
Yeah, that's literally right. But the fact is that we had also gone through, as someone who was discovered from the grassroots and grew up through the grassroots to be what I am today, I've also known those who also had done it well. People like late Isaac Akioye had followed the principles of grassroots sports development from the point of view of talent identification and development, as well as clear-cut refinery, creating a clear-cut refinery between the TID program, the Talent Identification and Development Program, and the elite. So there was a transition that you never needed to go outside Nigeria to transit from a grassroots athlete to an elite athlete. So from that perspective, I think we just need to return to the old glory and the old method, but inject some contemporary approach, like the scientific method of athlete identification, looking at the athlete from the point of view of his body type, then you tailor it to the
scientific
sports.
Approach,
yes, scientific approach. And that's the target. But again, there are stakeholders that you need to hold closely to your heart if you must do grassroots. In modern times now, the best place to get athletes is schools. So what is the level, what is the situation of sports in schools? How did it come that every school has academic equipment and facilities but does not have sports? How did it be, why is Jack now, academically sound but physically, unfit? So all that, these are things that we need to tie together and then take advantage of the 32 million children that are in primary school in Nigeria as a whole and bring out talents. If you work well with that 32 million, there is no how you will come back with come out with less than 6 million talented athletes, cut across all different sports. Nigeria being a black country that has 1/3 of the population of blacks in the world, and for the past 20 years, all finalists of 100 and 200 meters are blacks. Why are we not there? Why is Jamaica with 2.5 million people ruling the sprints from 1948 Olympics to 2012? Only 2 Olympics out of 1948, from 1948 to 2012, Jamaica didn't have an athlete that medaled. Trinidad and Tobago has just 1.3 million people, and they had a gold medal in 100 meters in 1976. So I think if we get it right, especially when we articulate a program and get the 3 tiers of government involved, particularly for grassroots, the local government and the states. That is the factor.
I was going to come to that, because that is also one area that people talk about.
Yes.
How key will the local governments be to your projection for